Okay. Hi Malefa, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. So, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what you do, and why and how you started your business.
Okay. My name is Malefa Beqezi. I am the owner of Nails and Things, which is this business that I'm running at the moment. And I started it some time ago, about 10 years ago. And it initially started as a hobby. I was still working full-time employment, and then I decided to go on a course. I mean, I've always been interested in nails and beauty and such, so I decided to go on a course. And after completing my course, when I got my certificate, I decided to help people on the side, and I started helping people after work and during weekends, and then it started from there, and then my clientele built up, and then I decided to do it full time.
Okay, so you've told us a bit about, the background of how you became an entrepreneur. Can you tell us, is it something that had always been there? Like, did you have an entrepreneurial spirit from a young age, or you just saw an opportunity and you sort of decided to take advantage?
I didn't have aspirations like from the onset of going into my own business. I went to study, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to build my career, and I'm going to climb up the ladder. The business idea came only later when I started seeing opportunities out there, and then I decided to grab it. But it wasn't something that I had wanted to do from the onset. I was more an academic and more career driven, but that just came to me later on, and then I took that gap.
Okay. So, with what's been happening now, COVID, and even before then, what would you say some of the technological tools that you're using or have had to adapt to that have helped, your business to grow or help you with something operational?
Well, technology. Well, I'll start maybe with machinery. I mean, even in beauty, you get a lot of developments in the tools and the different things that we use. So not everything has to be manual. Like, for instance, things like nail files, like you don't have like to use a nail file, a manual nail file. You can use an e-file. It's like a little machine that you use that looks like a drill. So stuff like that, you incorporate them. Even the lamps that we use, they've become better and better over time. So, you don't have to use a UV only. You can use UV LED. So as things develop, I've had to also keep up with the times and enhance the way we do things, get those little tools and machines. And also with payments as well, I've had to introduce electronic payments instead of just cash, or so anything that comes up technology wise that has helped boost how quickly we do nails, or how efficient we become, or how quickly our transactions or our dealings with clients are. I've had to incorporate that and help with productivity.
So, with a 10-year journey in the beauty industry, what challenges did you say that you faced throughout your journey, and how did you overcome some of those challenges? So, whether it be getting capital to start up, or competition and having to compete, what are some of the challenges that you can think of that you can highlight to us, and how did you overcome those?
I would say the biggest challenge has been the bigger franchises, you know, your bigger names that we know that are at malls and, you know, big fancy places. So you, as a somebody that's upcoming and somebody that started from scratch, you it's hard to compete with those kind of places, because I didn't apply for finance. I've had to use my own money. I've had to start small, and then as I make more money at this, as I made more money at something, you know, I've had to build it gradually. So it was a bit of a challenge because you couldn't get everything all at once. You had to like start with this and then think, oh, I want to get that machine, I want to get that, or I want to employ one more person, but there aren't any funds for that. So you have to kind of build it up to that stage, and then only then can you add this, add that. Whereas somebody who goes to a bank with a business plan, they can say, I want 2.5 million, and then the minute you start, you are fully equipped. You've got a full staff complement, you've got all your colors, all your equipment, all the furniture, and you're able to afford to make the place to look as fancy as, you know, so that you can attract your customers. So that has been a challenge, and also accepting that I must grow gradually and not give in to, maybe I should come up with a business plan and go apply for finance and then have scholar to say enough for this and that. But yeah, so when it comes to the challenges and competition, it's having had to compete with the bigger people, but being small, to add to that, has its advantages as well. Yeah.
Can you share some of those?
You know, our business and the type of, the way we do things, it's more personal, you know, and our clients, you get lots of people that appreciate that appreciate the fact that they're not just a number. You don't just walk in there and then whoever's available will assist you, and you know, we build relationships with our clients, and a lot of people appreciate the fact that we get to know each other personally, and they get to know us, all of us here, and they feel. And also one of the advantages of that, and I saw that now during this COVID situation, actually one client said that to me, that, you know, having come here and having developed the relationship with us, when she sat at home and thought, oh my, you know, these people, they're suffering, they're not making money because there aren't any clients. She said she could have easily dismissed that idea had she been a client of another bigger company. You know, she could have, you know, easily dismissed, they'll survive. But because she knows us personally, she thought, you know what, let me make means to go back and support them. You know, these people, they've made me look pretty throughout my life, type of thing.
Yeah.
So let me just reach out to them and still continue supporting them. So yeah, I guess that's the advantage. And some people like the fact that we are not in a mall or in a big center, or they just, some people want like a place that's tucked away, that's hidden almost, and that's private, where they don't feel like they have to like go sit like this and be paraded or whatever. So that's what the advantage is, I must say.
And if you could share like one tip or advice to other aspirational entrepreneurs that could help them with their businesses, what would it be?
I would say training above anything, honestly, because you're going to avoid making a lot of mistakes, or trial and error, or blundering a lot. You will still have to try this, try that. You'll still make mistakes, yes, but I think training will eliminate many mistakes, or as many of them as possible. So you need, I think, go into something that you have some knowledge of, at least acquire some knowledge, no matter what industry you're in, anything that you go into, anything that, whether it's something that you're going to do with your hands or something that you are going to go and sell. I know if you're going to go sell something, you think, I'm just the middleman, I'm going to buy it from a supplier, add my markup, and then pass it on. But you still have to know what that product is about. You still need to know if you're buying something of quality, and if you are transferring something that's good to the end user. So especially now with something that you do with your hands, all the more reason why you need to know how to do it, how to get that training. So you can get trained and have your papers, but it's different when you go into the work environment. You will need that training and that background and the theory and sometimes yes, the practical training. But once you start doing the actual work, you'll still learn more. You'll discover things that the course didn't pick up, or the training didn't cover, because there's just not enough time in training for every aspect to be covered, if you know what I mean, aspect of the experience. So most of it you will need to learn through experience, but I'll say training for me is like super important. And well, money is important as well. You'll need to have some kind of financial backing, because it helps you get moving. It helps you get going. Otherwise, yes, you can start small. You can start with depending on what industry you're in. So sometimes you can start with little money, but I found that having some savings or having like a financial source helps you. It propels you quicker, and it's not so limiting.
Okay, so we're done now. I'm gonna book my appointment. You got the new link that you gave me, hey?
Yes, on the app. You don't have to send me a WhatsApp message
Manually,
anymore,
yeah.
and then back and forth, because you need to check your availability against my availability. So the nice thing is that you can just go into the app and book your own appointment, check what slots are available, and do your own thing there.